want to say something else. We're now 25 minutes into this debate, and he has insulted Nikki Haley's basic intelligence.
Damn, he dick riding.
Not her positions, her basic intelligence. She doesn't know regions. She wouldn't be able to find something on a map that his 3-year-old could find. Look,
she didn't
if you want to
know the
disagree on
regions,
issues,
though.
that's fine. And Nikki and I disagree on some issues. But I'll tell you this, I've known her for 12 years, which is longer than he's even started to vote in a Republican primary.
He was getting billions.
We
He was
disagree
getting
about
billions while
some
he was
issues,
doing
and
that.
we disagree about who should be president of the United States. What we don't disagree on is this is a smart, accomplished woman, and you should stop insulting her.
So I'm going to take this.
Shut your ass up. He's trying to win the crowd, bro. Because you know her fans there. He know her fans, they trying to win the crowd over.
So this not a president
Three
debate?
things right there. First of all, Chris Christie also doesn't know what provinces in eastern Ukraine he actually wants us to fight for. Chris, your version of foreign policy experience
Look at Ron. He like,
was
oh,
closing
shit.
a bridge from New Jersey to New York.
Yeah.
So do everybody a favor. Just walk yourself off that stage, enjoy a nice meal.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Chris. I'm not
This
done
dude
yet.
saw me just broke his shit. What you fucking did, bro?
Listen up to this. These people have seen their sons and
No, you
daughters
broke
die.
it.
They've been arguing for it for a year. $200 billion.
I've genuinely haven't been so interested in something besides maybe like sports and football, shit like that.
I feel like this is like a show that I'd be watching and I'm waiting for from time to time because I know the characters, I know the backstory, I know what's going on now, y'all. And today it was getting pretty heated. I mean, like
Off the jump.
Off the jump,
like
yeah.
people were taking, and I think that it was also because of the questions. This is the first time that the questions were like directly, like people were asking them about the stuff that people called them out on, and I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah, I would say the panel did the best one. This is the best debate that the panel
Yeah,
did.
the panel
so far.
did. Yeah, I think they asked
And it was
questions
all
that were
women.
All woman panel.
no one could really get on the questions that they were asking.
But once again,
We
That
know
man.
what he did.
Ramaswamy.
he might be actually 4 for 4. I might be actually 3 for 4.
He
but
just
it might be
dropped
4 for
50.
4.
He
might
just
be
dropped
4 for
50
4.
out here.
Did you just see the let me see this.
I still can't
see
give
if it's
over.
still on there.
Should I ruin it for him?
Twitter.
Should I
We
ruin
go
it?
around the clip. We go around the clip now. That was hilarious, bro. What he said to Chris Christie might have been the funniest shit I've ever seen.
That was
From a political
so
standpoint.
funny.
You know what make it crazy?
Look.
We was just saying it right before he said it.
GOB debate. Oh, it's number 1. Oh, yeah.
Number 2,
Yeah,
Vivek in
Vivek.
politics.
I think everybody's order pretty much the same. You know, you can battle Vivek and Trump. You know, Ron's about third. I think that's fair. But you know,
Yeah.
we might put Ron second. I don't know. But we're gonna look at Vivek clips today, guys. Let's go ahead and get into it. He was cooking.
His highlight tape.
Yeah, it's like
His
we watching
mixtape.
Michael Jordan out there
His hoop
ball.
mixtape.
We finna watch him drop 70 out there for us.
With all three of my other colleagues on this debate stage is all three of them have been licking Donald Trump's boots for years for money and endorsements. Ron DeSantis, you've been a great governor, but you would have never been one without actually begging Donald Trump for that endorsement.
You
Same
attacked
thing
him in
for
your
Nikki
book a
Haley.
year ago.
Same thing with Chris Christie as a lobbyist, begging them for COVID money for his special interests in New Jersey, prepping him for the debates last
my
time
God.
around. These people are now Monday morning quarterbacking some decision he made. I think the real enemy is not Donald Trump. It's not even Joe Biden. It is the deep state that at least Donald Trump attempted to take on. And if you want somebody who's going to speak truth to power, then vote for somebody who's going to speak the truth to you. Why am I the only person on the stage, at least, who can say that January 6th now does look like it was an inside job? That the government lied to us for 20 years about Saudi Arabia's involvement in 9/11. That the Great Replacement theory is not some grand right-wing conspiracy theory, but a basic statement of the Democratic Party's platform. That the 2020 election was indeed stolen by big tech. That the 2016 election, the one that Trump won for sure, was also one that was stolen from him by the national security establishment that actually put up the Trump-Russia collusion hoax that they knew was false. There's a reason why I'm the only person on the stage who can say these things. That's what it's going to take, not people who are licking his boots one time and now Monday morning quarterbacking and criticizing him when it's convenient.
Governor Christie.
Swear to God.
With all three.
And that's just one of them.
He act like he might be the top 3 best president ever.
On me.
Hey.
He is just
It could possibly be like that.
You know what type of leader?
articulation is
Yeah, it's coming to everybody.
When I be seeing
Nobody's safe.
when I see other foreign countries and I see they prime minister or their commander in chief, they look so serious. Like they gonna die behind this. Our country don't be looking like that right now, guys. We look soft. Vivek might be that dude, man.
Vivek gonna create
Job done. That's what she said.
I feel like the only time America will ever have patriotism.
Patriotism. Goodness
Patriotism. Having a hard day, guys. I can't pronounce
So
my
good,
words.
man.
If we have a terrorist attack, that's the only time I ever see that probably going to happen. Because the last time I ever seen that was when 9/11 happened, and that's when all of the Americans actually came to one to actually
Do you know
fight.
what they say also helps patriotism? Like something like something you wouldn't expect. Like the movies, like American Sniper and all them movies, like those are like almost like recruiting tactics to get people to try and join. It's a good smart move.
No,
in
yeah,
my
issues. Like, I mean, I've never seen like black and white people come together on an issue besides immigration in New York. I'm seeing all races of people
Yeah.
come together. So
Because
problems
everyone's
do
being affected.
create,
Uni-
unity. Yes, I can see that. Let's continue with the Vivek clips.
At the first debate, she said that only a woman can get this job done. That's what she said. After the third debate, when I criticized Ronna McDaniel after 5 failed years of leadership of this party and criticized Nikki for her corrupt foreign dealings as a military contractor, she said that I have a woman problem. Nikki, I don't have a woman problem. You have a corruption problem. And I think that that's what people need to know.
Pull it up.
Nikki is corrupt. This is a woman who will send your kids to die so she can buy a bigger house. This is the problem. Using identity politics more effectively than Kamala Harris is a form of intellectual fraud. And it actually needs to end. There's our donor puppet masters wielding their puppet right up here tonight. This is how this game is
Vivek
played.
don't care.
The puppet masters put up their puppet, and I reject the use of identity politics in this party. It has been a cancer coming from the left, and I'm sick and tired of the double standards the people of this country are too. Having 2 X chromosomes does not immunize you from criticism.
Thank you. Governor Haley.
At the first
You gotta admit that the guy's good.
You can't get hot at that,
You
bro.
gotta admit that the guy's good.
Can't.
Hey, those points are hard to argue with.
It is.
How is any of that?
It is crazy. She will pull the woman card. Like, what's up with everybody keep trying to pull the woman card when you're debating?
That's their last.
That's the whole point of
That's
debating.
the Hail Mary.
Haley's
my
campaign
last.
launch. Megan, I think there's a time and place for everything. We need somebody in the White House who absolutely is going to be a fighter when it counts. And I did say that there were some good people on that stage in that third debate. Doug Burgum was on that stage at that time.
Damn, we
and
missed
I'll
Doug.
say that
I missed
jokingly. Ron DeSantis is a good person, too. I want to go back, though, to Nikki Haley's comment from earlier that she is somehow not responding to the will of these donors. Nikki, you were bankrupt when you left the UN. After you left the UN, you became a military contractor. You actually started joining service on the board of Boeing, whose back you scratched for a very long time, and then gave foreign multinational speeches like Hillary Clinton is. And now you're a multimillionaire. That math does not add up. It adds up to the fact that you are corrupt. And when I said they were bought and paid for, I meant the Republican establishment, not the Democratic establishment. Now you have Reid Hoffman, the person who's effectively George Soros Jr., funding lawsuits across this country against Donald Trump to keep him off the ballot, funding left-wing causes. We discovered this week that he is one of Nikki Haley's largest supporters. Larry Fink, the king of the woke industrial complex, the ESG movement, the CEO of BlackRock, the most powerful company in the world, now supporting Nikki Haley. And to say that doesn't affect her is false, because it's after that meeting later that day that she says that every American needs to be doxxed by having their ID, their government-issued ID, tied to what they say on the internet.
I remember
So
that.
I think that this is
It
far
was the
more
same
corrupt than I even imagined when I entered politics. But I will say this. It is going to take a leader from the outside, with fresh legs, from the next generation to unite this country. Not the broken politicians who are puppets of the puppet masters, but the actual people in this country. Thomas Jefferson was 33 when he wrote the Declaration of Independence. I think it's going to take somebody whose best days in life are still ahead to see a country whose best days are ahead of itself. And I think I can reach that next generation better than anybody else in this race.
Thank you.
It's hard not to like this man,
No,
bro.
yeah, you can't.
It's just hard.
Next debate, if it's only one person go, I know who everybody knows that who has to go. Chris Christie has to go. But
Chris
I mean,
Christie
yeah,
has to go.
Yeah,
He
he
has
does.
to go.
I'm gonna keep it 100. They
They
might
said
get rid of little Nikki, bro.
voted
She
off
shut
the
up
island.
on there.
They
He
said
got
two thirds of the voters will be angry and disappointed if Chris Christie won. How the hell do you come back from that?
And those were the voters in his own state.
How do you come back from that?
I want everybody at home to note that I was the first person to say we need a reasonable peace deal in Ukraine. Okay, man? So foreign policy experience is not the same as foreign policy wisdom. I want everybody at home to note that I was the first person to say we need a reasonable peace deal in Ukraine. Now a lot of the neocons are quietly coming along to that position, with the exceptions of Nikki Haley and Joe Biden, who still support this, what I believe is pointless war in Ukraine. And I think those with foreign policy experience, one thing that Joe Biden and Nikki Haley have in common is that neither of them could even state for you 3 provinces in eastern Ukraine that they want to send our troops to actually fight for. Look at that.
No, she do look
This
hurt.
is what I want people to understand. These people she has no idea what the hell the names of those provinces are, but she wants to send our sons and daughters and our troops and our military equipment to go fight it. So reject this myth that they've been selling you, that somebody had a cup of coffee stint at the UN and then makes $8 million after, has real foreign policy experience. It takes an outsider to see this through. Look at the blank expression. She doesn't know the names of the provinces that she wants to actually fight for. And there's her puppet masters right there. The
Goddamn Roll Tide
the donors
fans.
right there that are playing her like the puppet
Okay,
master.
hold on.
I cannot pronounce none of these names.
Let me see. Donetsk, Kharkiv, Luhansk, Luhansk. I think I went 2 for 3 on that.
Let's see if we could.
Donetsk.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay. I love the iPhone, man.
I didn't even know you could do that.
For real?
Yeah.
Here's the dirty little
Kharkiv,
secret in American
okay.
politics.
We found 3 of the provinces.
Here's the dirty little secret in American politics today. The people who we elect to run the government are not the ones who are even actually running the government. It is the bureaucrats in those 3-letter agencies that are writing regulations that Congress never gave them the authority to write. And the good news is a U.S. president can absolutely fix that. That takes a U.S. president with a spine. So what I've said is, in my administration, by the end of year 1, we will have a 75% reduction in the number of federal bureaucrats. We will shut down government agencies that should not exist. We will rescind any regulation that fails the test of West Virginia versus EPA, which is the most important Supreme Court case of our lifetime, that said if Congress didn't delegate that to an administrative agency, then it's unconstitutional. These are seismic changes. These are big changes that the next president can deliver without asking Congress for permission or for forgiveness. And I want people to understand that distinction, because people have been sold myths by politicians for a long time, saying, I'm going to work with Congress to do this or that. Much of what you've heard on the stage from the other politicians fit that description. They need Congress. The things that I'm promising you, this is what the leader of the executive branch gets to do under Article 2 of the Constitution.
Thank you, sir.
Cut down the bureaucracy. That's how we grow our economy
you,
and put the Federal Reserve in its place. This is part of the crypto discussion.
No.
90%
Mr.
headcount reduction at the Fed.
You're out of time.
The crypto.
Just like,
I know what it is, man.
I wish we could have saw the whole debate so we know what they said back.
no, bruh.
Transgenderism is a mental health disorder. We don't let you smoke a cigarette by the age of 18.
Facts.
We don't let you have an addictive
I thought it was
drink of
21.
alcohol by the age of 21. And I just challenge Ron DeSantis to go one step further and support what I think is clearly within the authority to do, using federal funds just like Reagan did in '84 for the Highway Act that said the minimum drinking age needs to be 21. We can do the same thing when it comes to banning genital mutilation or chemical castration.
Okay.
I know Ron's been
That's too
unclear about that on the
Ambassador
federal
Haley.
level. I'm crystal clear. That's where I stand.
Got
And
it.
that's a mental health disorder. That's where I need to be at.
Go ahead.
I believe in that too, but I thought you had to be 21 to get any tobacco products.
Yeah.
You don't have to be 18. You gotta be 21.
I think that's a state thing.
Nah, bro. I remember at first in Louisiana, I was able to get it, and then a new law came out. You had to be 21.
I remember when that happened, but I don't know if that was state or federal. I don't know.
I think it was federal.
Either
it was
way,
a federal
though,
law.
that's besides the point. The point he made
No, yeah,
was
that was too. That you can't
argue with that.
You can't. But somebody gonna find a way to argue it.
Okay, so probably one of the funniest clips in the last 2024 debate.
It is the funniest clip of all the debates.
Yeah, for sure. This is hilarious, guys. I don't know if y'all seen it, but okay. For next year, we're gonna try to make our live streams better, guys, and we're gonna get them live streams running. I don't know what's been going on.
When the one-on-one debates are coming,
I don't know why it's been going on, but we're gonna figure it out. I promise you guys. We're gonna go ahead and get Chris out of here. Let's just go ahead and name him right now. Nikki gotta go.
So
I
this
feel
is
like
the
Nikki gotta go
playoffs,
before
first
him.
round, second round.
Nikki's giving me like she's close to being
That's
a
not even a
Democrat.
question. Chris and Nikki gotta go. We gotta just have Ron, Vivek, and Trump. They gonna battle it out. I don't know how that's gonna go. Trump and Vivek, I need to see that. I don't know.
Be the best
I don't
man
know
win.
how that's going to. You think they're going to cook each other?
Yeah, they have to.
I would like to see what it said.
You have to.
Yeah, I would
I
love
wonder
to
how
see
they
that.
going to cook each other, though.
I think that's why people love Trump, because he just cooks everybody. Like,
He respects
It seems like DeSantis was trying to team up with him a little bit, and then they was teaming up together with Nikki a little bit. And
They
then
got on their
Vivek
ass again,
cooked
yeah.
his ass.
Yeah.
I like that shit.
No new fans.
No teaming up on shit. Okay, the funniest clip, guys. Let's run it.
Just to stop President Trump. His approval rating with
about Trump the
Republicans
whole
is
night.
currently at 81%. Yours is at 25%. Your best state is New Hampshire, and even there, 2/3 of GOP voters say they would be angry and disappointed if you won. Respectfully, Governor, you have not stopped Mr. Trump, and voters may wonder how you could possibly become the nominee of a party that does not appear to like you very much.
Damn.
Well, look,
Chris Christie also doesn't know what provinces in eastern Ukraine he actually wants to fight for. Chris, your version of foreign policy experience was closing a bridge from New Jersey to New York.
Yeah.
So do everybody a favor, just walk yourself off that stage, enjoy a nice meal, and get the hell out of this race. When it comes to
He was pissed after
Hey,
that.
when we heard that, bro.
Oh my God, no,
When we heard that for the first time, bro,
At
That was
81%.
we
crazy.
fell out.
It
Your
was
best
funny.
state is
Do
New
yourself
Hampshire, and
a
even
favor,
there,
go have a nice
2/3
meal.
of
No, that,
It was funny.
When we heard that,
That's so
y'all don't understand what we
disrespectful,
saw. We actually thought that Solomon broke our whole entire setup.
no, we're gonna run the clip for him at the beginning, bro. That's gonna be hilarious.
I ain't gonna lie, it was so funny because we was just frying his butt.
We were making fun of him.
I didn't think Vivek was gonna fry him.
I didn't expect him to come right after it like that. He couldn't resist.
voters say they
He
would
knew
be
to-
angry and disappointed.
He said, "Yeah, my homie's back at home talking about it. I know I gotta cook him."
I think that's like a part of like the people liking you is having some charisma, because like Vivek's just also
Definitely.
funny. Like
The
other people,
charisma is a
like,
big part.
I don't
I think that's
really
why a lot of people like Trump.
Yeah, definitely.
Hell
Very
yeah.
charismatic.
That's why I like him. These other guys, I just don't see any personality. Like Ron, like he talks a good game. I like.
That's
Ron,
why they
but
liked
He has
Obama.
no personality.
Even
at all.
Vivek, or even OT said that.
Thomas Howell said that. He said
Thomas
the best-
Sowell.
Thomas Sowell.
Yeah, he
Yeah, he
can
said
articulate and
Yeah.
he has charisma.
He was selling a bunch of dreams.
Yeah, he's a nice little salesman.
Now, a lot of this shit Vivek says, like, I probably wouldn't even know this at all if he didn't say any of this at all.
Nah, I've learned
Bob
so
paid out
much
is
from
actually insane.
He
May
exposing.
to now, bro, about politics in general. I've learned so much.
It's so corrupt.
Nah, guys.
Somebody's making $1 off of a decision
This time last
every
year,
time.
I did not know.
Yeah, we're genuinely
What
building
was
the
going
passion
down?
for this, man. Because that was, the debate was so interesting,
Yeah.
guys.
Now I have to refrain from arguing with people in public when I hear them talking about politics. I'm like, you know what? I
man.
choose peace.
Yeah, and Chris Christie just has to go, bro, because him just talking about Trump. I mean, literally, they need to put a
He's
meme
done that every
of
debate.
Trump's nuts in Chris Christie's mouth. I'm talking about
hey,
every.
bro.
I'm talking
That
about
was too
everything he said,
descriptive.
bro. I'm literally though, like 70% of the stuff you said was.
I haven't heard
And
one
about
policy
Trump.
from him. What policy did you
Yeah,
hear
he's
from?
always talking about Trump. Like, who gives a?
But I think maybe he's just up there talking now. He know he lost.
I think
And
he's just
you
trying
hear
to
what
come
they
up.
just said? They said your own party don't like you. Look at his neck. He got 2 chins. If you got 2 chins, you can't be president.
I think he's just
Oh,
trying to
my
get
God.
his money and his talk shows out as much as he can before he, hit the road.
This is actually like comical, bro. When I seen Tim Scott drop out, I'm sorry that shit.
He
was
dropped
hilarious.
out?
Yeah, he dropped out. He dropped. It was so funny. Like the video, he said, "I have made that decision to just drop out of the race." And then, you know, he just kept talking. I'm like, it was hilarious, bro. I wish we could
I wonder
run the
why
clip.
they chose to make him drop.
I think I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
my fault.
some were like making the decision to drop. I don't think like
Probably
this is
wasn't
no like.
polling too well.
He got
Then
voted off the
ran out of
island.
donuts
It
or something.
might be something like that. I don't know. Like, how do these people get voted off? guys? Let us know.
I think Big Boy's next year.
He has to be.
Big
he
Boy
has to
might be
Seems like Nikki
next.
had some people in the building, like, some people that support Nikki. I don't really see anybody.
They were propping
supporting
Nikki up
Chris.
a lot.
Yeah, because she's from South Carolina and they're in Alabama. And they
But
close.
I mean, he has, yeah, that is true. That is true.
They done pulled up for her. Those were her donors, Vivek said.
Well, guys, this was probably the best debate
It
that
was.
happened.
It was really good.
For sure.
They're getting to it, y'all.